I've been thinking the lightweight division is a little bit confusing. The reason I say that is that there is so much potential crossover of fights, guys moving up, guys coming in like Conor, that just it makes you think, what are the next steps with who's going to be fighting Islam? I know we've already decided that Beneil and Oliveira are going to fight for the number one contender spots. See who gets Islam again. It's going to be Oliveira. It's going to be Dariush. You let me know what you think. I'm not going to talk about that yet. We're going to save that for another prediction video. But the fight's going to be closer than you think. Then we have Gaethje and Poirier, who are fighting for the BMF title. Then we potentially got Chandler and Conor fighting maybe at 155. Where do we make these correlations of who's going to fight who next? Let's say, for example, Dariush fights against Islam. We have Gaethje beats Poirier, or Poirier beats Gaethje. Doesn't matter. Conor wins. Conor beats Chandler at 155. What do we do next here? We have Oliveira waiting for somebody to fight. We have Gaethje waiting, or Poirier waiting, and we have Conor waiting. I think this brings some interesting fights. But we're kind of straying away from the whole, if you win, you move on, you're better, you get the chance for the title. And I understand that. I understand business is business at the end of the day. It's the fight game. This is not the fair game. I don't know who said that exactly. This is the fight game. This is not the fair game. But what's interesting about it is that if Conor beats Chandler and Islam beats Dariush handily, they might throw Conor in. What do you think? Or maybe they give Conor another fight against the winner of Gaethje and Poirier, which I'm hoping it's Gaethje just so we can get a Gaethje a Conor fight, because that is one of my dream fights that I've always wanted to see. You get Gaethje Conor, Conor beats Gaethje, or Gaethje beats Conor. What happens now? Does Gaethje fight Islam? Does Conor fight Islam? Do they fight Oliveira? It's a little bit confusing, but it's not bad. Like, by all means, it's not bad. This is actually fantastic, because this puts the division in this kind of cluster moving of things happening. And then you even have Max Holloway, who might be moving up, who might be coming up to 155. And then those are some potential big fights there again. Conor against Holloway. You got Poirier against Holloway again for the rematch. You got Gaethje and Holloway. Now that's, if there's a fight that you guys want to see, it's going to be Gaethje against Holloway. Gaethje, one of the most violent, dangerous men out there. The human highlight reel, the bonus machine, the everything. Just knocks people out, gets knocked out, just stands and brawls and doesn't give a shit about if he wins or loses sometimes. He could sometimes do something to potentially get him to win the fight, take a step back, start to wrestle, maybe, slow it down. No. That's not what Gaethje does. Gaethje's just a absolute animal. He just raw dogs the fight. No protection, just... And that is why he's fun to watch. But then you got Holloway, who's never been knocked down in his life. How many fights? How many years? You do the math. It's a long time. So all I'm going to say is that fight, I'm hoping we can do something about Gaethje and Holloway. Everything else is exciting, and I brought that to your attention. We have options. We have plethora of options. We got Islam, Poirier, we got Gaethje, we got Conor, we got Chandler, we got Dariush, we got Oliveira. That's 7 guys right there. I could potentially be fighting each other, which is, to me, those are top tier guys, top tier talent. I don't care what you say, Conor hasn't fought in a while. He pulls. He pulls numbers. He pulls money in. He pulls fans in. You fight against Conor and you beat him, or even if you lose, you're making money and you're getting more fans. Simple as that. You get more publicity. It's a win-win. Like I said, there is that odd person out that might want to come in. Because I don't think Holloway's Holloway's too good to be a gatekeeper, and I've already spoken on this previously. So him going up and fighting against somebody would be absolutely fantastic. Like I said, I'd love to see Conor against Holloway. I'd love to see Gaethje. That's just these are fights. These are potentials of just the biggest possible fights, the biggest cards. If I were Dana, I were working on that matchmaking team, which hit me up if you want it. Gaethje against Holloway. Doesn't matter who wins or who loses the Gaethje fight against Poirier for the BMF. Get Max there. Max deserves his title shot for the BMF because he is a bad motherfucker. He is one of the goats of being the baddest guy in the UFC. I don't care what anyone says. Say what you want. But to me, he's one of the baddest guys. And he's still young. He still has it in him. He can fight Gaethje. I think that would be absolute fireworks. Let me know what you think of that. Let Dana know he should hire me to be a matchmaker. And we'll see you next time.